Everyone tells me that Australia is the best country in the world to live and that the cheap cost of living in Thailand is simply not worth the trade-off. Well, I'm down here in Australia for 3 weeks and I'm going to be visiting 3 distinct locations, one in the city and 2 out in the rural areas. And I'm going to give it our LifeFit score. And at the end of this video, we're going to compare it to Thailand. Today, I'm in the beautiful town of Esperance. I hope you can join me.
Esperance is a coastal town in the Goldfields region of Western Australia, located approximately 720 kilometres southeast of Perth on the shores of the southern coast. Established in 1893, the town serves as a commercial and administration centre for the surrounding agricultural and coastal communities. Good morning. Well, we are out of here today. We've been in Perth for probably about 10 days, but we are just getting ready and packed to jump on a bus to Esperance. So this will be an exciting trip for Patchy. She's already there. Hello, Patchy. The Shire of Esperance has a population of around 14,000 people, while the urban area is home to approximately 12,000 residents. Major industries include agriculture, tourism, fishing and mining services. Known for its white sandy beaches, turquoise waters and rugged coastline, Esperance is often regarded as one of Australia's most scenic regional destinations. Hello, new look, eh? Like the beanie, everyone? Anyway, we are at the Armadale bus stop here and it's very impressive. This is all brand new what they've done here. I've been to this bus stop before when it didn't have this facility. Check it out. So we're at, this is the, it's like a BDS, it's a SkyTrain or whatever you want to call it. We got new look Patchy, never seen her with a beanie on. We've got a jacket for her, she's got a nice parker in there. We jumped on a bus from Armadale to Esperance. The tickets set us back $54 each, which is pretty cheap considering the high cost of fuel in Australia. The seats were a bit small, but the bus did have USB ports, which was great for small devices. I downloaded a bunch of movies on Netflix, which made the 9-hour trip a breeze. Leaving Perth, the city quickly fades into farmland, open paddocks and vast stretches of bushland. As you head southeast, the landscape becomes increasingly remote, with wheat fields, salt lakes and endless horizons. Near Esperance, the turquoise waters of the Southern Ocean emerge, contrasting beautifully against the white sandy beaches and rugged coastal landscape.
We are in the middle of Esperance here and it's actually a really beautiful town. Could I live here? Yeah, I definitely could. I think it's far enough away from the city. It's got some good infrastructure, got some friendly locals as well. How are you? It's a pretty good place. Yeah, I think I could definitely settle here. As I've said before in some of my other videos, getting out of the city was always a major motivation for me, and I think if you really want community, I think rural Australia will definitely give you that. The people are just wonderful in most of the towns I've been to.
As beautiful as Esperance is, there's no escaping the reality that Australia's dream comes at a cost. For decades, owning a home was considered a normal part of life in Australia. A steady job, a family home, and enough left over to enjoy the lifestyle. But in recent years, housing affordability has become one of the biggest challenges facing generational Australians. And that's really what this video is about. Not whether Australia or Thailand is better, but whether the extra cost of living in Australia delivers enough value to justify the price.
So those who have been around long enough will remember Skylab in '79 crashed around this area, Thursday 12th of July. It completed 34,981 orbits of the Earth before it came crashing down to Earth over Esperance in the early hours of Thursday 12th of July. Many people saw it and heard the sonic boom. It crashed into the ocean approaching Esperance, spreading debris along the way to Baladonia and beyond. So it was pretty much in the middle of nowhere, but I do remember this as a kid. And there's a little model of it there. We are out front of the museum here, which is pretty cool that the town's even got one. And it looks like they cater well for their tourists here. And the other thing that needs to be said about Esperance is we are in the middle of nowhere, but you can actually fly from Perth. And I think a lot of well-to-be people have their holiday houses here and they fly out here. Unlike me, who took a bus. I have flown here before. I came out here to help Mum once, and I came out on a turboprop. But you can fly here. It's not cheap though, not cheap. After speaking with many small business owners across southwest Australia, the one issue that came up a lot was finding and keeping staff. A major factor is the housing shortage affecting many parts of Australia. Even when jobs are available, the lack of affordable rental accommodation make it impossible for people to relocate to regional areas. For many workers, unless they can afford to buy a home, moving to towns like Esperance is simply not viable. Once upon a time, the rural towns of Australia were extremely cheap to buy. But of course, with this cost of living crisis, they've increased big time. So we're over here at Thorpe Realty in Esperance, and let's have a look at some of the prices here. Okay, let's have a look at some of these listings. Patchy just pointed one out here for $1.47 million. And that is a 4x2. And I don't know how big that property is. It doesn't tell us, but it looks like a normal block. It's got a nice big shed at the back, but 1.4, that's up there. Yeah, 1.2, but that's a 6x2 on 15 hectares. That's a big block. It's a big property. Let's see if we can find... Oh, here's one here, guys. This ain't bad. Here's one here that's sold for $389,000. That's on an 810 square block, and that's a 3x1. That's just a normal, everyday house. But even still, that's 389 grand. That's $400,000. That's something I would buy and do up. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, we've got under offer 14 acres. I don't really want to look at the acreage. But here's one. Here's a bunky little 34 Brockman. That's a 2x1, and that's 180 grand. Sorry about the reflections, but we're just having a comparison. Just looking here. Okay, here's a newer one. Here's a newer property, $845,000, and that is a 4x2. Again, it doesn't show the block size, but it looks like a standard block in a newish area. Here's one. Here's an everydayer, 3x1, offers above 600 grand, sitting on 800 square. Again, this is nothing special. This is just an average Aussie house. I think it's still way too expensive. Here's another one. So your 3x1s, your average Joes, are sitting around 600 plus. Again, sorry about the reflections. But it looks to me like your average family home is over 600,000, and we are literally in the middle of nowhere out here in Esperance. For your younger generation, it's going to be a struggle, and I don't know how they're going to be able to buy houses. But what you're going to see is a lot of investors, holiday, when I say investors, I don't mean mum and dad investors. Those days are coming to an end, but it's foreign ownership. Okay, let's give Esperance a LifeFit score. The first category is cost of living. While Esperance offers an incredible lifestyle, it doesn't come cheap. Housing prices have risen dramatically in recent years.
Groceries and everyday essentials often cost more than in larger cities, and the town's remote location can add to the overall cost of living. For those earning a local wage, getting ahead can be challenging, especially for younger families trying to enter the housing market. With that in mind, I'm giving Esperance a cost of living score of 4 out of 10.
All right, let's take a look at the fuel prices. This is something I haven't covered, and Thailand is not cheap for fuel. That was one thing I noticed. But here, what is it, a Tuesday? You're looking at, I'm at the Ampol here. We got unleaded is $1.73, Amplify $1.90. And then the diesel, which is the important one, the $1.91. Now that's pretty much the going rate down here. I've seen it as low as, I think I got it at $1.85 in Albany, but you will get it cheaper here. But you're looking around, I'd say on average about $1.90 out here in the country. That's on a good price. When you get out to these little places, they're going to be up around $2.30. So you can thank the deregulation for those prices, because had we still regulated, you wouldn't see these prices going up overnight. Here in Australia, they're allowed to bump their prices up overnight to anything they want. So you'll see prices go from $1.90 to $2.40 overnight. Now, if we compare that to Southeast Asia, I think fuel prices are pretty on par, and we will have a look at that when we go back. But I know that fuel is around 45-50 baht, Patchy, at the moment. How much is diesel in Thailand right now?
Diesel?
Yeah, is that 45 baht?
Yeah, I think a month, yeah.
About 45 baht, yeah. So yeah, it's about 45 baht, which is up there, and that's a lot of money for locals in Thailand. Look, we just put up with it here in Australia, but up there I thought that's quite up there.
For a regional town, Esperance is reasonably well serviced with a local hospital, medical services and access to essential healthcare. However, residents still face some of the challenges common to rural towns, including specialist shortages and the need to travel long distances for more complex treatments. While healthcare is available, it doesn't offer the same level of choice or convenience found in larger cities. For healthcare and access, I'm giving Esperance a score of 7 out of 10. Esperance offers a lifestyle that's hard to find in many parts of Australia. With beautiful beaches, a relaxed pace of life and easy access to nature, it's an ideal location for anyone who enjoys the outdoors. That said, living in a regional town does come with compromises. There are fewer dining, entertainment and shopping options than you'll find in a major city, and some people might find the slower pace of life a little too quiet. For lifestyle, I'm giving Esperance an 8 out of 10.
I am out front of anything and everything Esperance, and the lovely couple here make a lot of their own art. All these beautiful shirts. This is all from original artists. So if you ever come to Esperance, make sure you get on down to anything and everything in Esperance. Awesome people, lots of local knowledge, and they sell all your little Esperance goodies here. Now, I just bought a new hat, which you can see is going to be our new hat, because my other hat's dying, the old Adidas. So Adidas aren't paying me, so I figured we got to get something new. So you like that? Shit show crew. That's us.
Esperance has a strong sense of community that's often associated with regional West Australia. People tend to know their neighbours, local events are well supported, and there is a genuine feeling of connection throughout the town. For community, I'm giving Esperance a score of 7 out of 10. The final category is long-term living. For those seeking a quieter way of life, Esperance has a lot to offer. a strong community, breathtaking coastline, and a slower pace of life that many people imagine when they think about escaping the city. Esperance could be an amazing place to build a life, but it won't suit everyone. For long-term living, I'm giving Esperance a 7 out of 10.
We are at Lucky Bay here, which is east of Esperance. It's a beautiful day today, beautiful winter day here. Check it out. I hope Lucky Bay gives me some luck today. Can always do with some luck, and so could you. Get out and enjoy the world, people. Life is way too short.
Now the final score. Esperance scores highly for lifestyle, natural beauty and community spirit. However, housing affordability, regional healthcare limitations and its remote location impact the overall score. This gives Esperance a final LifeFit score of 6.6 out of 10.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really hope you're enjoying this series. If you like the videos, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. I've actually never seen these in Australia. I've seen heaps of them in Vietnam. They got these things everywhere, but Patchy's going for it. And I'm thinking about a glass of wine right now.